Hello to everybody. It's Letizia here again, and welcome to you all. We are now going to listen to episode 5 from the series The Blessing of the Terrible. And here, the Mundijin team is asked this question: is it right to put our faith in the scientist? At the end of the channeling, I will clarify one point.
In this outbreak, all our faith is in scientists. Is that the wrong thing to do? I mean,
well, of course, the other meditation and help you can do is every night when you fall asleep, send a flow of energy, give the best help for the whole of humanity, because there are minds that wants to do that, scientists that wants to do that, so that is good. That's another way you can help, that may those scientists see the light. They are beginning to understand that a world collaboration is essential for this. Again, it is a gradual transformation of what the vision of a scientist and what the meaning for them of being a scientist is. And that is not happening very quickly, but it is happening. Because some of them are seeing that what maybe they putting in their lab is not right, or is not the right attention for those things, because if you are continuously creating things for example, germs for warfare, that's not saving life. But also how many scientists, very good scientists, are under very dictatorial system, which don't leave them any freedom to operate for the well-being. Yeah. At present, because of the need of realizing that in most countries humanity can be damaged, this is a good moment for the good minds of the positive aspect of science to come together. Can they all understand? Well, they have a limited understanding of what is happening in front of them, and they of course go a little bit too much by data. Their goodness is that they can look at trend, they can have a sense more of the future than a street biologist, let's say. You see, sometimes those ones that are looking at the waves of where humanity is going can have that sense, but they need to have heart, to integrate. So will they be able to protect the planet? Some of them are really trying very, very hard. And also some of those more oppressive, dictatorial countries are attempting to have more knowledge of what can be useful. So at present there is a goodwill. So it's complex to answer, The scientists can do something, and even if they're a bit disconnected, there has been in the last 20 years more intention to reconnect, That's why we said you're speaking a lot more in the last 30 years, 20 years of consciousness. So that's a good sign. While this word was not part of, during the industrial age, there was a religion that was becoming more and more oppressive, more and more obsolete, more and more stifling of the heart. Everything was under a rigid rule. Now there have been regulation and rule, because somewhere a lack of rhythm has been lost, the understanding of the rhythm of life. So suddenly a rigid rule, because that's what the mind of human being knows, either freedom or a rigid rule. So, but you are learning, a lot of you also love harmony, love beauty, love progress. Those minds are powerful too. Don't underestimate that the contribution of goodness. So at the moment, while there is suffering that is continuing, and it will continue for a while, there is also this desire to unify hearts. So being hopeful and positive is what you can offer, but being dismissive of people suffering is not what absolutely makes one heart, be in each other's heart. That's simple. But people have different ways to react to their fears. Some people, they did hide and became very harsh through religion, became everything of the opposite that the basic teaching of that religion was offering. The same happened with science. The same happened with the study of the mind. The same happened with the study of the soul. There are always some minds that are not evolved to become supple. That's why we say it's so good to be supple, You can make a mistake, but if you're supple, you're ready to try a different way.
Yeah.
And you can forgive yourself and others. But if you become rigid, you see, that stance of rigidity has come in always through centuries, and people, some mind coming again and again and again with the same rigidity, just with a different guise, That kind of rigidity that was expressed in religion can be expressed in science, can be expressed in people with new ideas, but they have a narrow focus. That's why we say keep it wide, keep it open, and look for the long range.
In this podcast, I just want to emphasize one main point that Mooji makes, which he is explaining that a rigid approach to religion, to science, to psychology, and most other things in life eventually stifle new understanding, furthering development and creativity, and really nature of the blossoming of life itself.